Do you agree with Coach McCarthy?
Yeah, and I understand, and I know somebody's going to probably say, "Oh,
wait, has somebody spoken yet?
No,
is this
somebody.
words in mouth?
I'm saying I know
You
someone.
first.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I do not want you to go first, and I would like if you would stop interrupting me.
So somebody's going to say.
I didn't say you.
Somebody.
Someone I know is going to say Aaron Rodgers is going to be upset at his coach, but I don't know who that is.
No.
I do believe the comparisons, because let me tell you why. Because having played in the era when Montana, obviously I played 9 years with John, is that many thought Montana was more accomplished, with John was the better of the two quarterbacks. Because they said had you surrounded John with a Jerry Rice, a John Taylor, Brett Jones, give him Bill Walsh, give him
that was a shot at you. He had you.
I wasn't there then, Skip.
Oh, well, what do you mean? Through John's run?
No, by the time I got there, he had already taken them to 3 Super Bowls and lost.
Right.
When I got there,
everything changed.
Yeah, we thought we got OTD. We had to get 32 now. We had to get 30. Had to get 30 up in that thing. Because it Skip, that matters. And not to say Dan Reeves was a very good coach, and I appreciate him. Thank you, Dan, for believing in me. But when you look at it, you look at the evolution of the passing game and how the short passing game and Bill Walsh is regarded as, in many circles, as a genius because of what he was able to implement. And this is what you see with Coach Belichick and Tom Brady, as opposed to Mike McCarthy. Not to say Mike McCarthy I don't think he's a bad coach, but I don't think he's on the level with Coach Belichick. And so I think this is the comparison that Mike McCarthy was trying to make. He's like, okay, yeah, you have two guys that are very, very accomplished. And if you were to switch situations, I believe the same would have happened. I believe Elway would have won Super Bowls under Bill Walsh. I believe Aaron would win Super Bowls under Coach Belichick. But at just face value, quarterback for quarterback, throw for throw, 12 in the green and gold and 7 in the blue and orange. Make no mistake about it. Those two are the best.
So I'm a little lost here.
Well, I'm happy you get found.
Who in this comparison is Aaron Rodgers? Is Mike McCarthy saying that Elway is Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
So you played with with John Elway for what, 9 years? Aren't you offended by that?
Nah.
You're not offended by it? You like it. You welcome it. You embrace that comparison of Aaron Rodgers to John Elway?
Skip, I understand.
Help me out. I thought you'd be outraged over this.
No.
I thought you'd be throwing things over there.
No.
No?
Because I understand the comparison that Mike is trying to make. He's saying if you look at Tom and you look at Aaron, one has 5 Super Bowls, the other has 1. But as a quarterback, and you look at John Elway, one has 2, the other has 4. And at the time, John didn't have any. But people thought because those teams that got to the Super Bowl, people look, there's no way these Bronco teams are supposed to be in the Super Bowl. And somehow, by hook or crook, number 7 got him here.
It was by number 7.
Yeah.
He got them there 3 times, and they didn't belong, man.
No,
and once they got there, they got exposed.
And they showed they didn't belong.
Okay.
They didn't belong.
So aren't you offended by this? Aren't you going to protect your man?
Oh, I know what 7
7?
I know what 7 is capable
It sounds to me like the man across from me is backed into a corner on this one, and he can't get out of it because he's got to defend his number 12, but he's also got to balance it with number 7.
Okay, look, we got 4 guys up on the board. And I think all of these you can make a case that all of them belong on Mount Rushmore. But you give me a choice, I'm not leaving 7 because I know what he's capable of doing. To come from behind victory, when he left the game, he had more than anybody. Big moments. Think about what he did at Cleveland. 98 yards.
The drive.
You don't need a field goal, Jen. You got to get the tub. And to get into overtime and then go back down the field and get that field goal to win it. So I know what he
didn't have to drag you along while he was doing it, right?
No, I wouldn't know. I was just getting to college. I think that was 86. The drive was 86.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was getting ready to do that thing for Savannah State.
Okay, so I got to do a little simple math here.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
We're comparing Aaron Rodgers to a John Elway who did play in 5 Super Bowls.
Yes.
In the first 3, as you just said,
yes,
he got them there against all odds.
Yes.
I don't know how they got there. It was just because of number 7.
You're correct.
Right? And then he runs into Phil Simms playing, I thought, the greatest Super Bowl quarterback game I'd ever seen to that point.
22 or 25.
That worked,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then the great Doug Williams throws a big party
5
on him.
TDs in the second
I'd say
quarter.
that would work,
Yeah.
right? And then it's Joe Montana with 5 more
avalanche.
touchdown passes. That's an avalanche in the first half. And that's not fair.
No.
And then, thanks to you and Terrell Davis, you win your 2
Rodgers.
Super Bowls, but you play in 5.
Yeah.
And the guy we're comparing to played in 1 that was 9 years ago.
Skip. See?
9 years ago.
Let's start there.
Well, help me out. I don't get it.
Okay, well,
what are we doing here?
Okay, let me help you out. He's not comparing. He was comparing. He said, okay, we're comparing. We look at in today's game. We say Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are the best. One guy has 5 Super Bowls. The other has 1.
One guy's played in 8, and the other guy's played in 1.
John Elway at the time didn't have any Super Bowls. Montana had 4. But people were saying if you were to switch roles, I do not believe Joe can do for Denver what John did, but I believe John can do in San Francisco what Joe did. People also said on the flip side, if you flip Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, I believe Aaron is going to get to as many Super Bowls as Tom did. But I don't know if Tom is going to be able to do. So what they're saying, while the other guys are more accomplished, I believe the other 2 are the better of the quarterback. Mike McCarthy has said you tried to make it a comparison because, you think it's beneath anyone to say Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. So what you try to do is pin me to the...
beneath anyone, it's just silly.
No, it's not silly.
It's silly.
It's not. But what he tried to do, JD, he talking about, you're not going to stand up for your man? You're not going to stand up for your guy?
You need to defend your man.
What I need to defend
He helped put you in the Hall of Fame.
He did.
Okay.
And I thanked him for that. Did you hear my Hall of Fame speech?
Yeah,
I thanked him for it.
Well, you should, and you should defend him right now.
I did defend him.
You should say, this is an outrageously wrong comparison. That's what you should be saying.
No.
You should be banging the table.
I'm banging the table saying I understand what Mike McCarthy is saying. You were trying to make it about Aaron Rodgers and John Elway. But what Mike McCarthy is saying is that the other 2 guys are more accomplished. I'm not so sure the latter 2 guys aren't the better of the 2 quarterbacks. 2 things can be true, Skip Bayless.
He's trying to elevate, Mike McCarthy is trying to elevate Aaron Rodgers in ways he doesn't deserve to be elevated because Mike coaches Aaron Rodgers. And I think Mike barely clings to his job because Aaron Rodgers doesn't call for his job. Right? Simple as that.
Well, maybe Tom Brady hadn't called for Coach Belichick's job.
Well, he should.
He ain't got that kind of power.
Last year.
He ain't got that kind of call. They ain't made a phone that'll make him reach that can get that info.
Tom Brady is a great teammate. Tom Brady doesn't call for jobs.
You know what, Skip? Will you stop? Listen, I understand. Everybody can't. Okay, John was different than other quarterbacks. I saw the way some of the quarterbacks would yell at their players if they ran the wrong route, or if they dropped a pass, or they missed an assignment. John was never like that. If he had a problem with something I had done, he waited till it was out of the eye of the camera, or he called me. He would say to me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now he understood I was going to be more receptive that way as opposed to the other way. Because if you come to me, look, here's the thing. You play me to the left, I play you to the right. We meet in the middle and we talk about it.
Sure.
Well, we could have done that to the beginning. Because if you buck with me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to buck back. But John was never like that, Skip. I mean, think about it.
But think about this. All you have to defend Aaron Rodgers is the eye test. He's a beautiful thrower of the football. That's all you can give me because you can't give me performance. You can't give me achievements. You can't give me legacy because there isn't any.
Highest quarterback rating in NFL history.
Please.
The highest touchdown to interception ratio in the NFL.
Show me postseason. Show me when it matters. One Super Bowl 9 years ago does not qualify.
Well, when Tom Brady's team in all those 37 games have only given up 37 or more points 3 times, and Aaron Rodgers in 17 games have given up that number at least 5 times, well, you could understand. Because Aaron Rodgers threw for 420 and lost the game when his team gave up 51. Now,
Tom Brady threw for a playoff record 505 and lost when his coach gave up 41.
See, I love how you do that.
He's the defensive genius.
I love how you do that.
Well,
Hold on, what about Dom Capers?
Belichick didn't do it.
Is Dom Capers considered a defensive genius?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He gave up 51. A 51 spot in the playoffs.
So Aaron Rodgers had this one sort of Elway-esque run where they were the 6th seed. They were the road wild card team, and they upset Michael Vick, and they upset Matt Ryan, and then they upset Jay Cutler in Chicago because,
Vick wasn't there then. That was Matt Ryan when they went to Atlanta, the Georgia Dome.
No, I'm saying, no, Vick was in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
First time, and then Matt Ryan.
Yes.
And then he goes to Chicago, and my man Jay Cutler, he's on the bicycle in the second half, and it's Caleb Haney.
Oh, where did Jay Cutler go to school?
He went to Vanderbilt.
Oh, is that how Vanderbilt players do it?
He was the SEC Player of the Year.
That was a long time ago. You said we don't bring that up? You said we don't bring up long time ago.
So Jay Cutler's on the bicycle, and Aaron Rodgers beat Caleb Haney to get to his one Super Bowl. There's nothing here. There's no there.
Long time ago.
Don't give
in
me
a land
John
far,
Elway.
far away.
John, I got your back.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
got his back. I got your back.
What you trying to do is you trying to cut into my ability to go to Elway's and get meals. That's what you trying to do.
I think you just lost.
Nah, 7, no, we good.
Yeah.
7 and I are great.
Yeah.
And you can't come between
You
us.
were great.
No, we are. Ain't no word. We are great.
I love how you say, show us when it matters. And boy, it's going to matter on Sunday. We're looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Skip.
Whew.
I'm telling you.
Getting excited.
You better not let the Packers win on Sunday. I might come in here with a smoking jacket.
But wait a second, just real quick.
Okay.
The Packers won the one time they've met, which was back in what, 2014?
14, I think was the last time.
Yeah, 2014 they met at Lambeau, right? And Aaron Rodgers won. And then what happened? Aaron Rodgers made it to the the NFC Championship game and stunk it up.
No,
he played his worst playoff game
all the guy had to do was his job. The hands team, the guy, Harris, Jordy Nelson right here.
I know.
He's supposed to block.
I'll show you the columns that got the scathing columns about Aaron Rodgers because they were out and on his.
They be hating on Aaron Rodgers.
Well, because he stunk it up.
Nah,
by his standards.
Because
what did Tom Brady go from that game and do? He went on to beat Seattle in the Super Bowl. So it didn't really matter. It was a springboard. So if Aaron wins this one, it won't really matter.
Okay. I remember you said that now. Because if Tom Brady wins, I'm saying it doesn't really matter because we haven't seen how they.
We can't decide until we've actually seen the game, and I apologize. I got you.